What brought me to Secoya was about a year and a half ago. I started getting sick with everything I eat. I'd go outside, I would get sick, temperature changes, hot, cold. It didn't seem to matter what was going on. Ended up at the urgency room several times, and they told me, oh, you have allergies, and sent me home with EpiPens. So I went and saw an allergist, and he told me what I had was a histamine intolerance, which I've never heard of. So basically, your foods have histamine levels in them, and the higher the histamine levels, the more trouble you're going to have. And then a woman at church gave me Dr. Schilling's number and told me to connect with him, that she had a good friend that used them, and he did wonders. So that's what started my journey. So I've been learning a lot of things. I'm lactose intolerant, and I've learned that if you're lactose intolerant, you can't have gluten, which is a big thing for me. So I have, with the help of Dr. Schilling, I've switched my diet. I've switched to organic foods, trying to stay away from processed foods, staying away from dairy and gluten. And I'm getting better. I'm still a work in progress. I'm able to tolerate a few things now that I haven't been able to. My biggest fear is wondering if I had such a severe reaction that I won't survive it, was my biggest fear. Carrying around an EpiPen, and then if you use it, you have to get to an emergency room immediately. Well, with COVID, that's not so easily done now. And then I found out that because of not being able to eat certain foods, my body was deficient and things needed to build up my immune system. So it's been a learning process for me. With the help of various supplements, I've learned that my liver and my gallbladder weren't draining correctly. I was dehydrated. Since I've been seeing Dr. Schilling, no more issues with psoriasis. The arthritis is gone. Well, that was all part of the histamine intolerance, and I didn't know that. So everybody was treating something, and in reality, it wasn't working. It was just making things worse. Just simple things like wanting to take a hot bubble bath. I couldn't do it because if the water was too warm, I would have a major allergic, what appeared to be an allergic reaction, which was a histamine response. Even going outside in the winter, if the temperature's too cold, I would immediately get sick. So just the day-to-day, everything. There are a lot of people out there that have issues with the environment and other things where other doctors just think it's all in their head. And it's not. It wasn't, like I said, until someone at church said, oh, you have to go see this guy, he's a miracle worker. So if you're having issues, psychological, emotional, whatever, they can manifest themselves in physical ways. I would get major leg cramps at night. Well, there's a reason, there was a reason for it. It wasn't just because, it's because there's something in my subconscious or psychologically going on that I need to address. So I've learned with QNRT to listen to my body. It's telling a story. It's saying, hey, something's not right on the not physical level that you need to address. Everybody's been wonderful. It's been great. Everybody has been very supportive. They're genuinely happy to see you. They're not just putting on a happy face because that's their job. They genuinely care about you and your well-being. So my name is Shannon. I am a wife. I've been married for 27 years. I am involved in animal rescue and currently have 2 dogs and 4 cats. And that's pretty much my hobby. And by coming here, it allows me to continue with the rescue because the rescue is located on the far southwestern side of the Red Lake Indian Reservation, and the nearest hospital is 33 miles away. So this place has been a godsend as far as keeping getting things under control so I don't have to worry about having a severe reaction and not being anywhere near a hospital. And I am a participant at Secoya Health, and I highly recommend it to anyone.